What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Boots to Boots. I'm Steve Macklin.
And I'm Deanna Perazzo.
And we are joined today by two really great friends of ours, and more importantly, one of the board members of Tunnel to Towers, Mike Lentin, and then also his son Josh, who is the one that got us started into all this crazy world of Tunnel to Towers and got us put apart with this foundation. So thank you guys for being here, and welcome.
No, thank you guys for being a part of this. It's such a huge honor to have you both be a part of this. We couldn't have asked for something a better relationship.
So, well, to kick it off, Mike, why don't you tell us how you got started with Tunnel to Towers, how you got to be a board member, and Josh, then tell us how Heroes Hockey came to be.
Sure. Well, thank you both. In the short time I've gotten to know you, it's really been a lot of fun, and I feel like I've known you both a long time, and I'm grateful for your participation with Tunnel to Towers. So it was Hurricane Sandy in 2012, where the New York area really got devastated pretty badly. And at that time, I was selling windows to Home Depot. We manufacture windows at City Quiet, and Home Depot was a customer. And they were board members already and big benefactors of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. And they had contacted me and asked if we can give them some windows and give them some labor to install the windows. And I don't remember if it was in the Brooklyn area or the Staten Island area for homes that were devastated, that the Tunnel to Towers Foundation was fixing up. And of course we said yes, and we went and did it. And that was 13 years ago when I met Frank Siller, who is the founder and chairman of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. And, we had a nice experience. And a couple of weeks later, one of the people at Home Depot contacted me and said, hey, if, Frank gave you a call and asked you to be on the board, would you do it? And I said, of course. And Frank called me up and, said, Mike, do you want to be on the board of Tunnel to Towers? And I said, of course. And 13 years later, I get to meet people like you and be here for the Tunnel to Towers hockey event, Heroes Cup, and it's just been an amazing ride.
Yeah. I mean, we're so grateful to have been partnered with Tunnel to Tower late last year. And just the events we've been a part of, obviously getting to know you guys and being here today has just been an incredible experience. And we feel the same way about you guys. Like, you guys have embraced us and been like, how can we help you? What can you do for us? And seriously, we're so grateful to have started like a Tunnel to Tower family here. So thank you. But Josh, how did Heroes Hockey come about? I know you played hockey growing up, and this is kind of like a passion project for you. So how did it start?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely grew up playing hockey. It's the game I love. I always wanted to be in the NHL, but quickly learned that I was definitely not good enough. At high school was the furthest I could go. But somebody actually pitched the idea of a hockey tournament to my dad, and he came home and told me about it. And I was like, I have a background in event planning. I worked in sports. I love hockey. I can make this work. And it took about a year to really get done, but eventually we did it. We got to put together an event of 4 teams in about 6 weeks and raised about $60,000 in about 6 weeks. And that was 3 years ago. And we quickly moved to this event that we're here at today with 12 teams and a waiting list of almost 20 teams that want to play.
Wow.
It's great. And it's funny, too, because we built this relationship now, and I know you're an avid wrestling fan as well. Yes. So it's also where we kind of come along with that. So I figured I'd surprise you today and have you get to hold the TNA.
Oh, look at this.
We got to hold the cup earlier. I figured you can hold this title now.
Yeah, I feel a little more important than Frankie.
But no, it's really cool. We love being affiliated with the foundation, helping out as much as we can. And what is the future for the Heroes Cup when you think of the 4th year?
Yeah, so the future with the Heroes Cup is we're having conversations with the NHL. We're having conversations with Barstool Sports and Spin Chicklets. And this is something that we really believe, and even Frank believes, that we could take national. And, we thought we could take it national early on in the planning, but we didn't think it was going to jump to this success as quickly as it did. We're raising well over 6 figures today. So we're really excited to see what happens next year and, even in the next 2, 3, 4 years. And we'd love for you guys to be a part of it one way or another.
Absolutely. I think what's most inspiring for us as a couple, and obviously Steve as a veteran, is the sense of community that comes with Tunnel to Towers. And I think it's so lost in America, the sense of patriotism that we all felt in the aftermath of 9/11. And I think TTT is bringing that spirit back. We felt it after the run, coming out of the tower and seeing all the flags, all the military branches, honoring those who lost their lives on 9/11, but also saying, like, we care for this country, we care for our first responders and our veterans, and we have their back. And I think that, continuing to run events like this really does. And obviously, Mike, your participation for 13 years, you are being honored this year at the gala in December. What does that mean to you?
It's a tremendous compliment. It's flattering. It's humbling. When Frank called me over the summer and said, "Hey, Michael, I want to honor you at the gala," I said no, and he said, "Why?" And I said, "Because I'm really better at giving than I am receiving, and I don't want to be on stage, and I don't want the limelight, and I don't want any of that. I'm just grateful I get to be part of this foundation and do the work that you asked me to do and let me do." And he said, "I totally understand, Mike, and I can appreciate the situation, your position on that. So we'll see you on December 5th on stage when I hand you the award." And you guys have met Frank.
Yes.
You've all met Frank. You can say no to Frank, just doesn't matter. Right? Which is why the foundation has been so successful in helping so many people. And it's just great to be part of it. And, something we say at the foundation a lot is just while we're here, let us do good. And that's all we're trying to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we want to thank you guys so much for your time talking to us, having us here at the Heroes Cup and becoming our Tunnel to Tower family. So thank you.
Thank you, guys.
But before we leave, there's just one thing. We'd love you to stay involved, but you got to teach me how to wrestle. Because my wife, his mother, has been beating me up. And I need to understand what to do.
Well, he's been asking to possibly do a Tunnel to
I think
Towers
that's what the
wrestling
next
show,
boots
so
are.
Yeah.
Your
Next
next pair of boots. You're taking off the hockey skates. You're putting on the pro wrestling boots. We might have an idea to run a show, right?
I think that's something we can
And
pull
Dad
off.
might need to be involved.
I look pretty good in those posing suits.
I think so.
I'd have to.
You're gonna give
Get
Steve a
some,
run for his
I'll give you
money.
a pair of my trunks.
That's long boys, please.
We'll give him the short ones. We'll give him the short ones. Just give him a spray tan beforehand.
We're good. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you for today, and we're so excited for what the future holds for all of us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Please like, subscribe, and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Roots to Boots. We'll be talking to you.
Addie Soldier.
It's where you